Hi guys, I made this pendant to actually match the ring, but it doesn't really match. It has the same colors in it, although it doesn't even look like it, but it does have the same colors in it. But, well, I'm sorry, I did the best I could, and I really love how this pendant turned out. So, I am going to do the tutorial on this pendant. And for that we start with 6 size 8/0 seed beads, and it doesn't really matter what color because it's on the back, but because everything is white on the back I'm just using some sort of a white one. It's not really white, it's what it's called, opaque matte cream. I'm out of the real white ones, so this is opaque matte white cream. And we also need some Fireline, and we also need some Wildfire. And I'm going to use 2 arm spans wide of Wildfire. So I'm just going through these things one at a time. Now I've already calculated that my Wildfire is about 25 cents every time I say arm span, so this would be 50 cents for those of you who like to calculate. I'm going to run this through my wax, and these are like, later on I will add like 250 or 350 extra costs, and of course wax doesn't cost that much, but still you're using it and eventually you have to buy a new one, so that's part of the costs too. Gonna take that off with my fingers. And for this, oh, that's not a very good thingy right there. There. And I'm using, for my needle, I'm using a size 10 John James needle, and I need to go get my glasses because I forgot those. I always start beading without glasses. I always think that I can still see. Hold on a second. I do believe we have like a glasses collector ghost in the house because I don't know where I misplaced my 2 sets of glasses. I was beading here last night on this beading table, finishing up this bracelet. And one would think that one would leave its glasses there where they last beaded. Obviously not. So that would leave the other place. That would be my computer. But they're not there either. So, that's the second pair of glasses that disappeared. Hopefully I will bump into them again when we move out of this place. Now, when you pull that thread on a size 10, you will still get some extra wax that will come off, but that's okay, don't worry about it. You will need some 15 O's to go in between there. So I got some 15O, let me see, galvanized gold. So I'm going to start with the 8O, adding the 15O galvanized gold, 8O, 15O, 8O, 15O, 8O, 15O, 8O, 15O, 8O, and 15O. And I'm pulling that down to the end of my thread. And I'm leaving a considerable amount of tail, just in case I need that later. And I'm going to tie a double knot here. And you got to be careful that you don't knot over your 15O. Or your 8O, for that matter. Good thing that's not tight yet. And just kind of pull that tight. Now we're going to step into the 8O, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring out some gold seed beads and some super duos. I have shimmer white, but it, you know, regular white is also good. So I got some super duos and I got some 15Os. And I'm picking up a 15O and 3 super duos and a 15/0, and I'm going back in that same 8/0. I'm pushing it through in the 15/0 because I gotta come out of that other, the next 8/0. So if you can push it through right away, then just push it through. Put that in place, go into that 8/0 right there. And again, picking up a size 15/0 and 3 super duos and a size 15/0 going into the next 8/0, the 15/0 and the next 8/0. Pull that through. You're going to do this all the way around and make sure that's nice and tight. And it's going to be on top of each other. It's going to be out of proportion, but that's okay. It will be okay later on. So 15/0, 3 super duos and a 15/0. Again into that same 8/0, 15/0 and the next 8/0. Pull it through. So I would say just do the other 3. Pause me now until you're done with all of them. Doing my last one, going in there. Gold, 3 super duos and gold. Pushing it through, going into that seed bead, and if all is correct, you are now bumping into your till thread. So what I want you to do is put the till thread on the same side and tie another knot twice. Put that till thread back on the bottom. And go into your 8/0. Go up your 15/0. Into the bottom hole of the 3 super duos, all 3 of them. One, 2, and 3. And now we're going to go to the top hole. I'm going to pick up a super duo and another one and go through the next 2 super duos. Pull that through. Now for the next part, I got 15/0 Miyuki Peak Luster Light Pink. I'm going to pick up 2 going into those 2 super duos. Make sure they're a little bit in the middle, like that. I'm going to pick up gold, but first I'm going to go up the peach. Or is it peach? Yeah, light pink. Looks peachy. And pick up a gold, go down into that other light pink, and make sure that you get like a little triangle here. And back in those 2 super duos. Now I'm picking up next super duo and another super duo, and I'm going again in those two that just kind of come together like that. Pull that through and tight, and again 2 peach into that same spot, going up the first one, just one, adding gold, going down, and going back into those same 2. And you might pull everything out of proportion a little bit, but it will be okay later on because you've got the bicones and other seed beads covering it, so it will be okay. So again, 1, 2, push through, and just keep pulling that tight, and then add those 2 peach again, go around. I think you understand that, so I would say pause me now until you've gone all the way around. You will probably notice the last one will give you a little bit of an attitude, but try to keep it as straight as possible, just by putting those 2 in there. And get that up there. And it's okay if you bend it in a little bit. As you can see now, it's already starting to curve a little bit, so it's okay. Don't worry about that. It's all part of the plan. Everything will be pulled back into position. Putting that last gold on there. And now I'm going to go push through the 2 beads. And I'm going to go 2 more. And now I'm going to make my cup. I'm going to pick up a gold and size 11. These are opaque matte light rose. So I'm picking up gold, 3 size 11s, and a gold 15-0, and I'm going into this one. So I'm skipping these 2 middle ones basically, not even looking at those, and I'm going into the next one. And this is how we're going to create our cup for our Rivoli to go in there. You need a 10mm Rivoli, and just pull that tight. So gold, 1, 2, 3 gold, and we're going from here right into, skipping these 2, right into this super duo right here. And make sure that stays on the front like that. Now, more gold. I need more gold. I'm gonna put these out of camera frame because there is a lot of blurring when beads are in the camera frame. Picking up gold, 1, 2, 3 11 O's and a gold, skipping these 2, going in here, gold, 1, 2, 3 11s, gold, skipping these 2, going in here, gold, 1, 2, 3 11s and gold 15, skipping these two, going in here, and now you see that you're kind of already shaping, making that cup. Picking up the last gold, 1, 2, 3 11s and a gold, skipping these two, going in here, come on up, go through 15-0, 11, 15-0 and the super duo, just moving one step forward, coming out of that one, so you can pull it really tight and you don't see thread there, tight, going into the 15-0 and 2 of the 11-0s coming out now. And this is where your size 4mm Swarovskis come in. I got, what's it called, Opal Rose, I think. You need 6 of them. Picking up that bicone, 4mm, going into the middle of the 11-0s, right there. Picking up the next one, going into the middle one right there. And just kind of pulling that close. Picking up the next one, going into the middle one right there. Picking up the middle one, going in here. Picking up the next one into the middle one right there. And now would be a good time to put that 10mm Rivoli in there before we close that up. And let me see, we got 5. Pull that tight. Where's my 6th one? And picking up another one. Going into this and the Swarovski. The 11-0 and the Swarovski. And I got a little hole here. So I'm turning that into underneath my my bicone. I'm gonna push through one more 11-0 and a 15-0. I pull that close and I'm gonna get my white seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, I need 6. And they go in between my Swarovskis. All the way around. And 6. Pushing that through into the white seed bead. Into the Swarovski. And now I'm going to go upwards. So I'm picking up the 2 size 11-0. What were they called? Opaque Matte Light Rose and the 15-0 Gold. And I'm going to go into the Super Duo and into the next Super Duo right there. And now I have to turn back because we're going to do the next row. And let me see, what did the next row contain? Oh, 2 Super Duos in between everywhere. So, but wait, there was a catch. Yeah, so you got small spaces and you got big spaces. The bigs, we're going to start with the small space here, but in case you come out in between here, you got the big space. So if you got the big space, you do a Super Duo, 15-0 and a Super Duo, and the small spaces are just 2 Super Duos. And the big space is a Super Duo, a size 15-0 and a Super Duo. And now you can see you got this big bulge on the back, and that's why you have the dome later on, where we're going to pull everything really tight so that it lays nice and flat on your skin. Because this would be like bumping out of your, bumping on your skin. It wouldn't look good. It will tilt forward. So that was where are we at? That was the big space. This is the small space, so you got one that does 2 Super Duos only, and then the next one will get Super Duo, 15-0 Super Duo, and I'm using the gold ones for that. And this one is the 2 again. And this one is the Super Duo Gold Super Duo. A lot of sunshine here. 2, and this is coming from above actually. I have sort of a dome in this room where the light comes in. But I hope you will be able to see it anyway. I'll try and block it a little bit, but it's very hard. And it's very hot. Okay, 2 Super Duos. Super Duo Gold Super Duo. And one may wonder, how many grams do you need? I got a pack of 50 grams here. I've been doing 5 rings. 6 rings actually, with my tester ring. I've done a dome and I'm still going strong, so I'm doing good. So 50 grams of Super Duos to make everything, and a couple of extra rings for you to sell if you buy the PDF file. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this one is now also on eBay with the loose end where you can finish that up yourself. You'll get the PDF file for that. So if you want to know what that is, I will leave the eBay code underneath the video, and you can check it out if you want to buy one or not. And if not, just save me under your sellers, because there might be something else you might want to buy. I mean, I think I will. And this is very small though. I got a little small hands, so you gotta have my hands. Maybe I'll sell this one too. So there will be some stuff that will be sold on eBay. And that's not for the fundraiser, that's just for me, so I can afford me a new roof come August. Okay. Super Duo Gold Super Duo. Super Duo Super Duo. And Super Duo Gold Super Duo. Oh, no hole, and here we go. Going into that Super Duo first, and I went through 2 of them already. but that's okay. Going a little further, show you that on the back. I'm just pushing that through so that's nice and tight. And one more with the Super Duo and the gold. Right here. You gotta turn somewhere, so might as well be here. Nice and tight, pull it tight. And what is the next part? Oh yeah. We got the 15 O's now, which was the Opaque Matte Light Rose, and the drops come in. As I said, I tried to make this matching. It's not really as matching. I think that's mainly because of me not putting Delica beads around. So this is basically lazy bezel, but it's still very pretty, and you know, standalone it will be very nice. So as you can see, you will as you will see, this is coming up, and it's now you got to pull it back. So now we need to go get it down, but we don't do that with this round, but the next. So stepping upwards, getting my stuff out of the way, stepping up, and let me see what's in between the ones with the gold. The ones between the gold have the 11O, and the ones that don't have the gold, oh dear, the ones that don't have the gold have the drop. So these are, let me see, tiny Miyuki drops, galvanized silver, 15 grams. So that's just basically what we're going to do, is we're going to do the 11O and the drop. All the way around. So pause me now and start me again when you get there. Adding my last one, going into the Super Duo 11O, Super Duo drop, and the Super Duo, and coming out in front of that. And if you pull that tight, you will see you got a cup now. Pull up like that, and what you need to do is there, and pull that tight. And the next step is size 15 O's, and picking up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going back into that Super Duo, drop, and the Super Duo. I got 5, and again pick up 5 15 O's. This is the light pink. This is the, God, I can't remember these names, it's horrible. Yeah, the light pink. And just kind of push that through the Super Duo, the drop, and the Super Duo, and just come on out in front, where at the next one. You got 5 like that. So now you're going to do that all the way around, adding 5. So I suggest you pause me now until you get that done. I'm doing my last one, and I'm going to push through the Super Duo, the drop, and the Super Duo. And I've positioned them somewhat decently already. Now I'm going to go up the 5 seed beads, and it's going to be a little bit hard to get in there, especially if you pulled everything really tight, but you got to get up there. got one, and when you got one, you got the other two also. Make sure that stays in a little bit of a dome shape. Make sure you got that really tight as possible. And now we're going to get out the Swarovskis again, 4mm rose, opal rose, alabaster rose, I think it is. And we're going to pick up a size 15-0, and we're going to pick up the Opique Matte Light Rose, and we're going to pick up the Swarovski and the Opique and the 15-0, and we're going to go right in that next 15-0. And now you got to keep your drops to the front. And might as well do that first. Get that drop to the front and do that again. 15-0, 11-0, Swarovski, 11-0, 15-0. Next one. At the middle one of the 5 that you just added, right there. Get that one to the front. It's easier to get them to the front first. They will be standing up, as you can see, so that's good. So, gold, 11-0, Swarovski, 11-0, gold. Just try and keep that one out of the way. Into the middle one of 5. Now you gotta be careful, that needs to dome. So, and just do that all the way around, and then you're basically finished with your piece. Into that 15-0 and up with you. So I suggest just go all the way around, and I will show you what the next round is. We're almost there. And if that dome came up again, just push it down. It will pop right back. Putting on the last one. I'm getting my last drop out of there, and I'm going to push that through 2 times, making sure that's nice and tight, and that my dome now is indeed curving the way I want it to. And it might still feel a little unstable, but that's okay. We need another round with a 15-0. We're going from gold to gold, and then through all the gold, the 11-0, the Swarovski, the 11-0, and the gold. I'm going to go all the way around, adding that final seed bead in between there. So we're skipping that middle one. We're just going from gold to gold and all the way through. Now, and again, from gold to gold. And this will make it really nice and tight, so make sure that you pull it tight, and watch out that in these last minutes you don't break no beads by making these kinds of mistakes where your thread tangles up. Because, ooh, if anything breaks right now when you're almost done. Okay, 15-0 again, all the way through. Until they're all in between there. trying to block the sun as much as possible, but it's awful hot on my back. Okay, this is the last one. Pushing that through into the gold. Okay, now you gotta test it. If it's still a little wobbly, which it is, you got plenty of thread, go around again. But also take a look at your middle. As you can see, it sort of got like a little bit of an oval shape now, after all the pulling and pushing. You can see that here too. So what I did is I made sure that my pendant, or my jump ring, is right on top of that. So I wouldn't do it like that because that doesn't look good, but like that it looks beautiful. So these are also shaped a little bit like to the middle right here, right? So these would be the ends where I would add my little loop. But first I'm going to go around one more time because I feel that's just not tight enough. I really want to make that work. So I'm going to go around again. And I'm going to go through the pink seed bead to pull the other ones a little bit more together instead of the seed bead that I just added. So I'm going to go around again, and that would be, you got to count this time. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got to do 12. I did 1. So just make sure you count that so that you know that you went all the way around. But it could be, of course, that yours is already really tight because you beat it much tighter than I did. But if not, 12. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Yeah, feeling really nice and tight. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 9. 11, 12. Now to get my, it feels nice and tight, nice and strong. To get my ring here, due to the shape this is in, I need to get up there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down, because I don't think I can go through my 15 O's here anymore. So I'm going to go down, and I'm just going to go through the drops and super duos and find my way over here till I can get out of that one. So it's a little bit dangerous, but it can be done. I just didn't want to put more extra pressure on my outside round than I have to. Although right now I don't see how I can avoid it. I gotta get up to my top row right here. So that means I gotta get into these 3. That's 2 and 3. And into this row and into that one. And that's why we didn't go into that top one, because now we need to make that loop. I'm going to add 5 seed beads of the pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go around in my gold twice. More is not possible. You don't want to break that seed bead on the last minute. 2 will be okay. You got wildfire. It's not like you have fire line where you would have to do 3 or 4 at least to compare with the wildfire. It's not like you're using fire line, which you would need a little bit more. So I'm going to go into this seed bead carefully, and I'm going to push through, and I'm going to go just down just to get out of that top row, because I'm really afraid I will break more beads if I will break beads if I continue on that top row. Ooh, that's tight, that's tight. Ooh. But I did it. Well, I did it before, so I know it can be done, but still. Some of you might be saying some not such nice words right now at the very end, breaking that last bead. So I'm just going to go in that, drop super duo and that seed bead. I'm just going to work my thread away. Like that. And this is a nice tight dome. Not as tight as this one, but it's pretty tight. It won't pop back. You can't pull it down anymore. It won't pop back. So this is very good. I got my thread where I want it, far away from my loop. Cutting this off. And now I'm going to pick up my end tail, because we're not done yet, of course. And let's see where we're going to go with that. Where did that came from, and where does that need to go to? I think that just needs to go into one seed bead. Don't break anything. I'm just gonna push that through because you really can't find the direction anymore, and then just cut that off. And that's all there is to it. Well, that's it. Just add a jump ring now and put some suede cord on there and it will look beautiful. Anyway, I hope you liked it. I love them. They're absolutely gorgeous and stunning and very Victorian. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it too. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.